This is property that Steve was buying after his inheritance got here.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to, I think he left it to his son, but I had to Google where to go to get his inheritance switched over.
This is Ina Kenoyer. She is a woman who has spent the last 13 years building a life with the man she loves. And now, everything is about to change. Her partner, Steve Riley, is on the verge of receiving a multi-million-dollar inheritance, which is enough to clear their debts, fund the trips they always dreamed about, and finally end a life of constant financial strain. For the first time in years, life looks like it is about to make sense, but Steve never makes it to any of that.
My husband's really sick. He got heat stroke yesterday, and now he's not waking up. And come on, wake up!
And soon, investigators, neighbors, and the people who knew him best will begin asking questions Ina may not be ready to answer. It is approximately 4 a.m. on September 3rd, 2023, when officers from the Minot Police Department respond to a call about a neighbor named Chad, a drunk man banging on doors and getting into altercations with residents. When police arrive at apartment 912A, they are met by Ina Kenoyer.
Hi! Sorry!
You thought it was Chad?
Yeah!
Who was Chad out here?
Trying to kick in everybody's door.
Who was he out here fighting?
Busted on my light, and look at the garbage cans.
Who was here? Who was he fighting with out here?
My fiance, he went for a walk to cool down.
Okay. Who's
he
that?
punched him a couple times.
Who's that? Who's your fiance?
Steve.
Steve.
Riley.
Steve Riley? Okay. What's your name?
I'm Ina.
Ina.
Kenoyer.
Okay.
Steve, her fiancé, has stepped out for a walk to cool down after a confrontation with Chad. The officers are there to de-escalate. Nothing about this night should be remarkable, but Ina has something on her mind, and she cannot seem to hold it back. The police are there about a neighbor, asking routine questions, but within minutes, the conversation shifts. Ina brings up something completely unrelated, a multi-million-dollar inheritance.
He gets his inheritance this afternoon. That's why we're moving. We're going to pay all our bills off that we need to pay off.
Do you guys want to press any charges against Chad?
I'll ask him when he gets here.
Are you gonna ask your fiance?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went to cool down because
Okay.
Chad really
Who started the
woke him
fight?
up
Chad
right
or
in
who
dead
started
sleep.
the fight? Chad or your fiance?
Chad.
Chad did.
Why would she mention that to officers who came for a noise complaint? What makes someone steer a conversation in that direction? The officers keep on listening. The detail that follows is more specific. Ina mentions not just the money, but a meeting, a set time, and a lawyer involved. It's the kind of detail that suggests it's already fixed in her mind.
Like I said, he has a really important appointment with his lawyer today at 2 o'clock.
Is his head okay, you think, or is he wandering around bleeding somewhere?
I don't. He just wandered off. Said, I gotta cool down, I'll be back.
For Ina, the afternoon already feels planned out, with Steve at the center of it. And there are the plans, the truck, the trip, the future. Ina describes a life that seems about to begin. That morning, Steve works on his truck in the garage for hours. By the time the group makes their way to the airport, he starts to feel off, weak, and nauseated. He describes it as feeling drunk, though he tells everyone around him that he has not had a drink all day. His condition deteriorates rapidly at the airport, and Wes takes him home. Ina and Billy stay behind, still waiting for the lawyer. The lawyer never comes. Through the night, what everyone assumed was a heat stroke from a long morning in the garage grows into something far more serious. By morning, Ina has no choice but to call for help because Steve stopped responding.
911,
What?
Severe emergency.
My husband's really sick. He got heat stroke yesterday, and now he's not waking up. And come on, wake up!
What's the phone number
Hey!
you're calling from?
I don't have a phone number. It's a phone that never got finished getting set up. Come on, babe! I've been trying everything. Ice, water.
Okay, but he is breathing.
Yes, he's snoring. He won't talk to me anymore. He won't look at me. He won't open his eyes.
Okay,
Hey!
I've got help on the way. Just keep an eye on his breathing, and if anything changes with his breathing, tell me immediately.
Officers arrive to find Steve completely unresponsive on the floor.
Hello? Yeah. It's Officer Sullivan, Minot PD.
Yeah, hang on. Gotta be that. Cool. Go!
Not responding. He's on the crack of the bed right there. She tried to sit him up and fell off the bed.
He is rushed to the nearest hospital by ambulance, and because his condition is so critical, he is airlifted to St. Alexius Medical Center for more advanced care. He never regains consciousness. Less than an hour after being admitted, Steve Riley is gone. Steve has a friend named Billy, and Billy is not satisfied with the explanations being offered. He does not believe it was the heat or the beer. He believes something was done to his friend, and he is not going to let it go quietly.
We think she poisoned him. Oh, I'm almost sure she poisoned him.
So what's your plan right now?
We're making sure nothing goes. Because you know when they go to jail, they die.
I mean,
People come and clean
how
out.
long are you going to stay here?
I'm gonna stay here until his son gets here.
Oh. When's the son supposed to get here?
I'm not dead. I told you.
He
Stop!
He's not.
is dead. He's dead.
I just told his son.
And he was poisoned.
He calls the police back to 912A and stays there, guarding Steve's truck, refusing to leave until Steve's son can arrive from Texas. Billy has a theory, and he walks the officers through it carefully.
The other day, she threw all his stuff out the yard.
From his house?
Yeah, and he come out and he was holding his head down. And then we're supposed to go up to the airport and meet this guy because he's supposed to get quite a bit of money. Come back, we had to help him out of the car, had to help him in the house. And everything was fine until he come home. And then the next morning, she's throwing all his stuff out. She was supposed to call the ambulance. She never called the ambulance.
Since when does a partner throw someone's belongings out before calling for help? Ina overhears the conversation and enters it fast.
I'm taking off. I'm not worthy of telling my husband. Dead or alive.
Hey, stay out here. Hey, stay out
I need to take a picture.
here. Picture of what?
Billy.
Why
Here.
why
The truck.
Oh, you can sit over here.
Steve collapsed yesterday. Went to the hospital. I found out he was poisoned.
How'd you find that out?
Doctor told me. I'm just telling his son, don't ever stop after these people. They're nasty people. They're nasty.
The deflection is fast and almost reflexive, the kind of pivot that does not come from grief, but from something else entirely. Without being asked, she explained that she went to the hospital and was told Steve had been poisoned. That is a detail investigators have not yet released, and Ina has just handed it to them on her own. Then comes the moment when the officer tells Ina that Steve has died, a moment that brings an abrupt end to the future she believes she was building around his inheritance and their life together.
Okay. He is. I thought everybody knew. I'm sorry.
Don't tell me anything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I guess the son is on his way here. Okay. Apparently the son is on the way here. So.
His son better put him on.
Yeah. Do you know the son? You know the son? Yeah.
I haven't seen him since he was 5.
You what?
I haven't seen him since he was 5.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go. You guys just leave each other alone. Everything will be fine. Okay. All righty.
The next morning, the Minot Police Department opens a homicide investigation into the death of Stephen Riley. Before detectives can come to her, Ina calls them over and shares concerns of her own. It is the same story she told the officers on the night of September 3rd, word for word.
This is property that Steve was buying after his inheritance got here.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to, I think he left it to his son, but I had to Google where to go to get his inheritance switched over to the people he left it to. I don't know.
Okay. Who actually is the owner of this truck?
Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in his name.
It's in his name?
Yeah, the title's coming. Yeah, we were gonna get all his fines paid off, get both of our license, get some new cars,
Okay.
go to Ireland, get married, stay in his family castle or whatever, 'cause that's what he wanted to do.
Wow.
And the day he was supposed to meet his lawyer at the airport, apparently I thought it was Heathrow, and he said it was Heathrow.
And then, in the middle of the conversation, she mentions antifreeze. How does a woman know the precise method before it has been confirmed? How does that information find its way into her mouth before it finds its way into a report? As detectives begin interviewing everyone connected to Steve, a picture starts to take shape, one that Ina has been working to hide from the very beginning. Wes explains something that the officers have not yet fully understood. Ina was not a bystander to the inheritance process. Instead, she was managing it.
And then Steve's phones would always go missing because we'd say, well, Steve, have you heard from him? Well, my phone's gone again, you know. Well, then he'd get another phone. Well, then we'd give him some money for some food and to get some more minutes on his phone.
Now, it's either Link or Billy told me that when this first realized that she might be doing something, his phone disappeared.
Okay.
And Steve did lose things occasionally, but his phone disappeared and he didn't find it for a long time. They must have got a different burner phone or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, I think there were probably 3 phones in the house that night when I took them back from
From the airport.
From the airport, yeah. And she had one, but her information got transferred from his phone to hers. She had all that.
Documents and
on there.
emails.
And then Wes describes the morning Steve died and how Ina lied to them.
He actually gets taken to the hospital by ambulance. What time were
It was
you
in the
there?
morning. I
Okay.
went there earlier.
Any idea what time? Like 8, 10?
No, not 8, no, but I would think 10 or so.
Okay.
But I knocked, and she didn't say anything right away. Then I knocked again. And, who is it? And I said, well, it's Wes, and she knew it. You know.
Because she saw you.
Yeah. And I said, is Steve there? No, he's at the walk-in clinic. Same thing again.
Okay.
And I said, Ina, I've been to the walk-in clinics. I've been to the hospital. He's not there. Where is he? And then she locked the door.
Steve's son, Ryan, carries the most personal piece of the story. Ryan had been rebuilding his relationship with his father in the years before his death, and what his father told him was consistent. He was going to take the money and leave.
He was talking about how he was getting a large sum of money.
Okay.
And he said whenever that came through with his lawyer or whatever, he was gonna take that truck that he had in the garage that he was working on for me.
Yeah.
Drive that down to Texas, give me the information, because he had set up like a trust fund for me and my brothers, supposedly.
Okay.
And he kind of just wanted to leave her because she didn't really have a job and was like leeching off of him. Just laid around all day.
So he wanted to leave, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And when Billy is asked to answer the same question, he confirms it without hesitation.
Did Steve ever talk about leaving Ina?
All the time.
Okay.
Every day. Every day.
Do you think she knew about that?
Mm-hmm.
She did. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All the statements from others begin to point in one direction, toward Ina. The interrogation room is where stories either hold together or fall apart. Ina has a story she's been telling since the police first arrived. The question is whether it will hold under pressure from a detective who already sees the cracks.
Billy, Russ, everybody that kind of just knew Steve, just to get an idea of what was going on in his life.
She speaks about the relationship in simple terms. 13 years together, a life they built. It's the version of events she wants the detectives to see. A long-term partner, grieving, with nothing to hide.
So you and Steve were in a relationship?
Yep.
Okay, how long had you guys been together?
13 years.
Okay.
Easter.
Okay. Where did you guys meet?
Homeless shelter. At an Easter
In
buffet dinner.
in North Dakota?
Washington.
In Washington, okay.
Bellingham, Washington.
But 13 years is also a long time to be watching, waiting, and calculating. Ina shifts the focus to Billy and Lynn, pointing to their influence on Steve and his choices, and suggesting they played a role in what happened to him.
And I begged him to, stay away from him. We've even gotten into fights.
To stay away from Lynn?
Billy and Lynn and
Okay.
people like that. Because I've never seen, I don't like calling people nasty because, you don't know what you look like, people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people assume the worst of me because I'm poor.
Right.
I mean, and they've seen the worst in Steve because he's tall and mean looking.
Okay.
Right? I mean, he looked really mean.
Right.
People were intimidated by him.
Okay.
Just by his look. And I don't know, but he was the biggest teddy bear in the world.
Okay.
So
why would you want him to stay away from Billy and Lynn?
because they're really, really nasty people.
Okay.
Like
how?
I said, I don't.
When the detectives ask about the inheritance, Ina is suddenly fluent. She knows every number, every name, every detail. For someone claiming uncertainty throughout the interrogation, her grasp of the inheritance timeline is unusually complete.
The property sold off. It ended up being $37 million.
So there was cash and then properties were sold.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know this was from a family member?
And I gave it to Brian. The paperwork.
Okay.
That I printed out to make sure, I have some, just in case something did happen to him, I could give it to his son to track it down or whatever.
So
I gave all the information
who was it supposed to be coming from? Who was the family member?
God, without his phone, Marcus something Riley.
Okay.
I want to say.
Was that a brother or
uncle?
That was an uncle. Okay. Did he live
in Ireland?
Okay.
And here is where the story begins to buckle. She leans into the idea that it was the beer that caused everything.
And the windows closed, and barely drinking any water. And he rode his bike there and back, and I figured it just...
Okay.
They were right, that was heat stroke by the time Wes was taking us to the 2 o'clock one. Does that answer that?
Yeah, I'm just,
That's why I was thinking that his son was right. That Wes and his son was right, it was heat stroke.
So nobody goes to the airport at 8 o'clock at night. Is that right?
His son, Wes's son was
Wes's
there.
son.
Yeah,
Okay.
at the 8 o'clock one, waiting.
But the investigators sitting across from her already know what the toxicology report says, and it does not say beer. The detective calmly points out the contradictions between Ina's account of the day and the evidence gathered from the investigation.
Morning or afternoon that he had been drinking till 5 in the morning. That he had been consuming alcohol. That's on body cam. Okay, you said he was drinking all day the day before and that he drank his last drink at 5 a.m. Okay, and now you're telling me
tea.
he didn't drink. That's not what you say on this video. Okay.
I want to see this video.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to show you the body cam. I'm just telling you that that's what's on there. There's reports that Wes came to the house that morning, and you said that Steve was at the walk-in clinic. He wasn't at the walk-in clinic.
Steve didn't want to see Wes anymore.
Okay, but Steve wasn't at the walk-in clinic.
He was at the hospital.
He wasn't at the hospital. He wasn't anywhere yet. Because
He was
it's been
at the
verified. He
hospital.
wasn't when Wes was there. Okay.
He just left with the ambulance.
When she realizes her story is no longer working, she asks for a lawyer and starts screaming.
But I'm telling you the God honest truth. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I wish I was there. I wish I was with him every second of the day that day. I wish I watched every single, but I'm not his goddamn mom.
You asked for a lawyer, Ina, so we're just gonna end this now. Okay, I'm not gonna talk anymore. All right?
You guys are so unbelievable. Fucking serious.
This way, right here.
The performance is over, and the truth is revealed. On October 30th, 2023, officers return to apartment 912A with a search warrant. They recover antifreeze in an old Windex bottle inside the apartment and a Coors Light bottle in the garage containing the same substance, ethylene glycol, the toxic compound found in antifreeze, and a toxicology report confirmed it. Ina is arrested and charged with first-degree murder.
I wasn't even out there. In the garage.
I know.
Please lock up my house.
Yeah, we'll lock up the house for you.
I'll give you the keys, but...
Yeah, we'll lock your house up for you. Is there anything you need?
Yes? Why me?
It's all right. So now you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
She maintains her innocence and offers shifting explanations, including claims that Steve poisoned himself, that others were responsible, and that she had been poisoned in the past. None of it is supported by evidence. 6 months later, she accepts a plea deal and pleads guilty to the murder of Stephen Riley. She is sentenced to 25 years in prison, with an additional 25 years suspended. The inheritance was later found to be a scam. No Uncle Marcus, no lawyer Richard, and no real payout. Steve spent years waiting for a future that never existed. Steve never got to see the truth behind the life he was promised.